the end. All right? You can always stretch more after this class, too, if you wanted to. But I just want to keep these nice and quick workouts for you. All right, so we're going to start by at the back of the mat. That's Callie. All right, take the arms up, and then we're just going to fold and bring the hips back and up. So we're getting a nice stretch through the back of the body. Press your sit bones back. Bend the knees. That's it. Push down with the feet. Come up. She's great at playing hide and seek or takeaway. What do we call that? Yeah, good. Giving up the toilet. Yeah. All right, then we'll add one more move. So we go down, we go up, and we bend the elbows. Bend, lift, up. We're getting into the back body. Alignment's the most important part of this. Make sure you keep your spine straight. Move from your hips, your pelvis, rotating on your femurs. Back. Back. Good. Squeeze your shoulder blades and you press the elbows. 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold it down. Ongoing. Good. One more. Hold it down. And then pulse the hips. Down, down. Little pulses. Weight in the heels. Lift your toes. Spread the soles of your feet. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Bring the arms back. Forward. Back. Forward. We want to keep our body in this hinge. We're using a lot of obliques, transverse abdominis, which I call the TBA. Think about long spine from the back of your spine. How's the feet? Stay grounded. Use your inner thighs. Good. 4. Holding back in 3. 2. Let's hold back on 1. Hold back. Pulse the arms. Keep the elbows straight. Lift. Lift. We don't even need weights for this, right? We're working the posterior shoulders, delts, triceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold. Squeeze in, 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 in. Roll your shoulders back. Open up through your collarbones. Squeeze an imaginary ball with your hands for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now fold forward. Good. Little head sway circles. Switch your direction of the circles. Good. And then just take your hands to your elbows. We're going to circle the torso up to standing. Circle. And all the way side bend and down. Circle. Good. This is really good for stretching the back. Switch direction. One more circle. Meet me at the bottom. Take your hands behind your back, clasp your hands, press the hands away from your hips. Reach your heels into the floor as you lengthen your sit bones to the sky. Spread the sit bones apart. Good. Take your left hand to the floor. Straighten your right leg. Very quick. It's also an IT band stretch. I know, Callie. I want to touch the pineapple too. I love pineapples. And then switch direction. Straighten the other leg. Good. All right. We're going to roll ourselves up to standing using the core all the way up. And then take your hands, cross your hands again, press them straight down. So we're not going away from the hips, we're going to the floor. This should be feeling a stretch through the shoulders here. And then hook your hand to your right hip. Take your ear the other direction. Getting a neck stretch. And switch. Hands to the other hip. Take your ear down. Good. And let's take the feet wide. Bend one knee, come into a lateral lunge. Lift your bottom heel. And you should be getting an adductor stretch, inner thigh stretch. Switch, other way. And we are going to be ready to start moving. We're going to start with the upper body work with light weights. Go ahead and come on up. So starting with biceps, really simple. Palms are going to face forward, heels together, position one. My toes are just about a fifth distance apart, okay, not too wide. Curl, my hands are facing more lateral, wide curls. Elbows stay in, smile your collarbone, smile. That's it, working biceps, really simple. Stay tall, find your core, long spine. Add your releves. Lift your heels as you curl. If you want more challenge, just hover the heels at the bottom without resting. Keeping the work going the whole time. Good, make sure you're breathing. Feel gratitude for your body. To move your body is a privilege, right? We have a healthy body to move. Let's not take it for granted. You are strong. Every time you're showing up on your mat, you're showing yourself love. 8 more. 8. 7. Exhale. Exhale, 4 more. 4. 3. 2. We're holding up on 1. Take the hands out. Bend it in. Bring it out. Bring it in and out. My arms are kind of in my peripheral here. So not directly out like a T. More like an angle between the sagittal and the coronal plane. Getting into the shoulders. How often are we lifting things from this direction, right? We move from this direction in our daily life. So if we want to avoid injury, We need to have strong arms in the same direction of our daily life. Right, picking up groceries, dogs, 4 more. 4, 3, we're still lifting the heels. 2, and 1, good, we're taking it down. Take it to position 2. Come on down and hold your plie. Good, elbows at 90, lift, lower. You can choose to go 1 arm at a time. And let's go, move it up and down. Up and plie. Plie. Now, as you come up, I want you to squeeze your heels towards each other. That way you turn on your adductors. As you plie, work from the outer hips to externally rotate. Down, up, down, up. Notice your core, your front abdominals staying nice and tight like a seatbelt. From your pubic bone to navel. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. Let's come down to plie. Now lift your heels. Good. Reach 1 arm forward and switch. Switch. Good. So it's almost like you're punching, but also think about pulling the elbow back, 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 back. Nice. Nice and stable. Keep your core strong. You got this. We want a little challenge. We want to go past our comfort zone. That's how we grow. 4, 3, 2, hold back on 1, squeeze it back, squeeze it back. Good, imagine there's an orange between your shoulder blades. You want to make juice. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5, you got this. 4, last 3, we're hinging in 2. And 1, heels down, parallel to feet, hinge. Arms parallel, flat up, narrow rows. Lift, lower. Lift, bend the knees. Reach the sit bones back, create length. Lengthen from your sit bones to your crown. Keep the chest open, collarbones smiling. Your seatbelt is keeping you nice and engaged with your core, back of the head lengthening away from your shoulders, long neck. 8, 7, 6, push down into the feet, squeeze the legs towards each other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to add bending 1 knee, lift the arms out. Good. Rear delt fly. You're weighted on 1 leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch side. We can now switch the arms to wide rows. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Good. Weight on that side, on that foot. Keep yourself centered. Eight more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like trying the legs coming together. Keep your feet a little bit apart. Now hinge from the ankles first. So soften the ankles. Stay weighted in the soles of the feet. And let the knees draw a little bit forward. We're keeping a nice softness. Keep the feet parallel. Knees are parallel. And then keep the weight in the heels here. Here we go. We reach back, bend, back, bend. This is the last set of upper body. Good. Notice if you're letting the knees collapse. Keep the knees apart. You want to think about pressing down into the feet while you're lifting your arches. Keep the collarbone smiling. Go, feel the triceps. 4, 3, 2, hold back on 1, pulse, pulse. Arms straight, good. Long spine, sit up, sit bones, down. 4, 3, we're pulsing it together in 2, and 1. Ready? Together, 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 together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good, you should be feeling your whole body working together for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Woo! Shake it off. Okay. We're going to move to the bar. Your chair, whatever you have, counter, top, anything you find on your surface. Let's do a quick pull away stretch. Walk your feet back, bend the knees, reach the sit bones straight behind you. And push your arms down into your surface. Keep pressing down as you reach the hips back. All right, so we're keeping this length as we work the low body. If you're feeling like this is a lot for your core today, then please take your elbows to your surface, okay? You can do it that way. All right, we're going to start with the left leg. Take it behind, straight leg. Weight in the right foot. Lift, tap, lift, tap. I want you to squeeze from the lower glute, not your low back. That's where people tend to go, but I want the glute to work. So squeeze the lower glute to your hamstring. Lift. Lift. Good. 8 more. 8. Tap. 7. Tap. 6. How's your seatbelt? Can you keep this core contained? 4. 3. 2. Let's hold it on 1. And then we'll circle, circle. Keep your pelvis neutral, hips square to the floor. 4, 3, 2, switch direction. Circle, circle. Press the arms into the chair. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. Switch legs. Right leg up. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Good. Again, if you're feeling this in your low back, it's because you're not using your seatbelt to hold yourself. Pubic bone to navel. You can take your hand to it if that helps you find it. The leg won't go up as high. That's great because you're working correctly. 8, 6, 5, 4. Keep the spine long. Lengthen the heart forward. 2, hold it on 1, circle, 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 circle. Good. 4, 3, 2, switch direction. Circle, circle. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take it down. Paddle off the legs. All right. You're welcome to keep the hands just like that, again, or you can take your elbows to the chair. All right, we're going to work on our abductor, right here, the medius. So bend the standing leg. I'm going to be hinging. I'm not going to be totally flat. I'm going to hinge up. I'm going to keep this leg straight, but you can bend the knee, okay? All right, we're going to lift it to the side. Lift, lower. So I'm really trying, working on my hips, keeping them stable. I might have to turn the chair that way. Yeah, you're not on camera. Yeah. Lift, lower, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Bend the knee. Straighten. Bend. Stretch. Good. Hamstring. Working. Just for 4. 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Bend the knee. Circles. Big circles. Oh yeah. Are we burning yet? Burning means your blood flows into your muscle tissue. That's all. Circle the other way. Circle. Circle. Yeah, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to cross this foot behind, and then push your hips out to the side. You're stretching those hips. Keep the legs straight. Push the hip to the side. And then take your hands down to the floor. Good. So we did the left side. That means your left arm comes up. Yeah, feels good, right? All right, we're going to switch sides. I'm going to move my chair. Pardon me, Callie. Okay. Ready? Bend the standing leg. Point the foot. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. This side's a little tighter. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Woo! It's working. I hope I'm sore tomorrow. Lift. Lower. How's that core? How's that seat belt? Feel the work in your deep abdominal. 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Bend the knee. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Bend. Stretch. Good. Just for 4. 4. Woo. 3. Everything's on fire. Feeling good. 2. Hold it on 1, and we circle. 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 Switch. Circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the foot behind. Forward fold. My right foot is behind, now my right hand goes up. You should be feeling this in the side hip. Awesome. All right, go ahead and take the chair away. Grab your Theraband. We have 5 minutes left. 30 minutes goes by very fast. Look at that big bone. I know, you're so proud of it. Okay. We're going to do some core work with the legs. So take your band around your left foot. Bring that elbow down. Press into the arch of the foot. Slightly point the foot. And then keep your pelvis neutral. Straighten the bottom leg. Press that leg into the floor. Now circle. Circle. Externally rotate to go out. Internally rotate to cross the midline. I've got the strap, so it actually really helps me to go bigger. Pelvis doesn't rock. Keep that right hip down. You can always put your hand on top of your hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction. Cross and open. Keep the pressure on the strap so it doesn't go away. If you release pressure, it slides off. Good. Your core is helping you stabilize for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch. Take your foot in. Keep the band nice and wide. Keep the elbow down. Straighten the bottom leg if you can. Reach the pelvis. Keep the bone away from the navel now. And then we go out this way and across. Slightly point the foot. And what's great is you're also working your biceps. Keep breathing. All right, switch direction, cross the midline. Look at pineapple. I don't want to kitty county. Pineapple. I have my personal Instagram. It's actually pineapple biter. So I lived in Hawaii. I love pineapples. For 4, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take those legs together. No strap. This is called corkscrew. Legs together. Press down to the floor. Rotate both legs. Circle. Switch direction. Circle. You can let the other side pelvis lift a bit. We don't want to let the low back arch. Keep the low back down. Keep the sacrum down. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Good. Take one leg in. Slide the hands up. Lift the head. Curl. Look at your belly button. Pull, pull, switch. 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 This is the last exercise. We're getting a hamstring stretch. Good. Pull, pull, switch. Lift up the head, shoulder blades. Create a wave from your pubic bone to your sternum. Sink your seatbelt down. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hug your knees. Good work today. Circle the hips. Let yourself roll up. And just take a quick stretch of the legs apart wide. Straddle. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Take a side bend stretch. And other way. Feel free to stretch longer if you like, okay? Bend the knees, take the arms up, inhale. Feel the strength of your body, exhale, hands to the heart. Thank you so much for working out with me today. And I'm so grateful to move my body, to have self-care. Self-care is so sacred. From my heart.